Hey y'all, welcome, sprinkle, sprinkle, everyone. So, we're going to be talking about why some people can see more than others symbolically, metaphorically, spiritually. Why some people can see a lot more. Um, I do feel that it has a lot to do with a lot of things that you have experienced in life. So, if you haven't had a lot of experience in life, or if you haven't had something, strange happen to you, you may have less ability to see unless you work on developing your ability to see certain things and connect dots and things like that. So, um, I have like a little mini haul that I was going to do as well, but I don't know, should I do it now or towards the middle of the video, or do y'all want to see some stuff that I bought? They had some really cool stuff at World Market. And if y'all ever been to World Market, you would know that they have a lot of neat stuff in there, especially if you like candles and incense and stuff like that. So first thing I got was this really cool bottle of lavender incense, and it comes with an incense holder. So I grabbed this up really quick because this is something that is very useful and functional to me. So, and I know the green screen is like making it hard to see, but basically it's just some incense. Okay. I like burning incense because it makes the house smell good, and plus it is something that I do for spiritual practices and things like that. I also got this essential oil, and it is clementine and honey. And so I also got the candle to match, clementine and honey, and comes in this really nice jar. It smells really good. So bought that. I also bought some unscented mini taper candles. I got those. I got this, I got a lot of stuff. So I got this. It's like a little roll-on glitter. Thought that was nice. I bought this incense holder. It's like this little incense holder. I also got the sea salt and lavender incense. Smells really good. And I also got, okay, so this is not from World Market, but now I'm not gonna haul that because I didn't get that at World Market. Never mind. Yeah, so that's all that I got at World Market. Yeah. So, a little thirsty, a little thirsty. So, what are y'all doing? Okay, so let's talk about why some people can see more than others. Some people choose to go into the occult to learn more, to see why things are the way that they are, to seek answers, to find knowledge and all this kind of stuff. A lot of people enter into learning this type of stuff because they feel as if it can help them somehow with an advantage or with some type of, extra sense of knowing something or seeing something, or to be able to protect themselves, or, knowing people are being a certain way or not. Because I think a lot of people who go into the occult and esoteric practices have trust issues. They got trust issues big time. I've noticed that a lot of people have trust issues. who can see a lot more because they're not so accepting of people. They don't take things to be, true, or they don't feel that a lot of people are who they say they are. You know what I'm saying? So when people start feeling that way, they usually start to develop a heightened sense of awareness, and they're able to notice a lot more details, pick up on a lot more subtleties that most normal people do not pick up on. Okay. And when you are able to do that, and you're proven right so many times, there's only you're proving yourself and your intuition every time that you definitely knew something was not right with a certain individual. So that is when your intuition and your sense of knowing definitely can be trusted. Okay. And a lot of times you feel like, oh, I shouldn't feel that way. But if it heightens your awareness, it heightens your awareness for a reason, so that you're able to see people for who they are. So you're able to see a situation for what it is, or see things that have been done and why they may have been done. So I learned a lot of this as well from watching a lot of movies. I've also learned this in real life, because when you watch certain movies and you see a lot of symbolism in place to indicate or foreshadow something that's going to happen, these usually are symbols that people choose subconsciously, or things like that, to put, or that they're thinking about doing. They're trying to literally warn others subconsciously, and all these types of things, right? So I noticed a lot of that in horror movies. And then you also notice a lot of that in real life. And in order to kind of test that theory out, you kind of start looking and seeing if it's also foreshadowing something by allowing it to see what happens. And then when it happens, you say, okay, so it's also true in real life, or in this reality. It's also true that symbolism leads to, you know, something else, or it could be someone trying to tell you something that they can't tell you with their mouth. You know what I'm saying? So when you start to see patterns, or when you start to see things that are giving you lots of knowledge and information about a specific person, a specific happening, a specific story, or whatever event, all of a sudden you don't want to tell other people unless they already know. This video is not actually foreshadowing. This video is literally, actually it kind of is, because I got a lot of this stuff before a certain event happened, and I bought a lot of this stuff before something happened, and I got it like a couple of days ago. Okay. And so now when I started going through my bags and looking at the things that I bought, it's starting to like correlate with a lot of things that are going in like on the news. A lot of things that are happening on the news. I'm like seeing some little synchronicities and parallels. Also, a lot of the stuff that was, written in my comments as well. So I started to notice that, and I'm like, okay, but at the same time, you can't really say, well, I think something is going to happen major with this sort of thing, because you can't really, say what it is in specifics, but you can say it might have something to do with this, 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 and that, like giving keywords, right? So this is how a lot of people kind of divine. They start noticing patterns and seeing things that are, connected, and then also So they could literally make a prediction saying, I believe something with A, B, C, and D is going to happen. And then like a day or two later, it happens. So that's why I try not to do that. I try not to say things. I keep it to myself. But I do point it out to people that are close to me and they know, but not, not to just everyday normal people, because a lot of them are either unaware or not trustworthy. Okay. All right. So you've been noticing it a lot as well. Yes. So I notice a lot, and I don't like predicting anything. I don't like it, because unless it's something like that's good for me, I don't like predicting a lot of things, because it's like, why even know if there's nothing you can really do about it? Right. Can't do nothing about it. Don't worry about it. Right. So, yes. That smells really good. I have a lot of things that allow me to see more into something, and also allow me to change a lot of things. For example, there's a lot of books that are written, even some books written by women, but they're writing from a perspective that is not helpful to them. And so a lot of times I will take things in books and rewrite them to make things the way that they were not trying to be in the first place. You know what I'm saying? So that's a way to also create as well. Sprinkle, sprinkle. So I appreciate the super chat. So a lot of times when, let me take still. All right. So a lot of times when you read about, occult knowledge or supernatural things, the definitions and the descriptions and the wording in a lot of these books are literally against a lot of different types of people that don't see. Okay. And sometimes it makes me a little mad. And so I change it. I will rewrite it. Literally. Because it's very, I want to give y'all an example, but I don't know if it's going to make sense to you guys, because you may not have the book. But let's just say, if you have an encyclopedia of occult terms, or if you have an encyclopedia and dictionary of supernatural terms. Well, a lot of the terms that are written are literally against the divine feminine, or the feminine aspect of self. They're literally against the feminine. And when you see, even though someone that doesn't see that deeply into things could read the book and repeat whatever the book said and literally just work against themselves. And so what I learned to do is to neutralize or to reverse it. And a lot of books are guilty of this. A lot of books are guilty of writing against the divine feminine. Even the vocabulary words that we use, a lot of it are literally against the feminine. So, as you can see, many women are knowing that it is against them, and they're speaking on it. They're creating music. They're using lyrics and symbolisms and videos. They're expressing themselves through art, through fashion, through magic, through their personal connection to elements. They're doing all of these things because they can and they know now. Because when you read an occult book, if it's not something that resonates with you and your divine feminine, do not follow specific things, because a lot of the times it's written against the divine feminine. Okay. And there are a lot of men who know this as well, and they also don't feel that it is a good thing. And so a lot of guys will definitely let you know in some sort of way. Okay. So y'all have to be very careful in what you do, especially in learning a lot of this knowledge. So, and when the women start to know, men or the masculine gets scared. They become very afraid of women. This is what happened back in the day when they started, a lot of women started becoming very aware, and they started getting very frightened of certain women. So the best thing I can tell you guys is, if you see more and you see what's literally happening, if you watch the news, if you read books, if you know what you know, then what will happen is the women will start to literally create justice for themselves, because they definitely feel as if what is being done in a massive way is wrong. Okay. And so they will make a lot of things known. Sprinkle, sprinkle. And when you make a lot of things known, you can't really unknow them. So whenever I read books now, I pay close attention to how it's written and why it's written that way. And a lot of authors know, and if people have been taking advantage of, and they didn't know it by, doing certain things. A lot of times when they figure it out, a lot of them are very fortunate enough to figure it out sooner rather than later. And if they didn't really know themselves, and they learn, then that's a good thing, because they can prevent it from happening, or they cannot repeat. Okay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. So I feel a lot of people know this, but they still continue to try to, do certain things, or to guide, or to, interrupt, or to, create chaos, or, just to make sure that you're not too smart, or you're not doing something wrong or right. But I feel like a lot of people don't realize that it's not necessary if people would just literally stop trying to take advantage of feminine women, or the divine feminine. Okay. If people would stop trying to take advantage of the divine feminine, then it would probably be a easier reality to exist in for a lot of people. So when I see a lot of people taking advantage, I definitely, I know. And you don't like, and it's a good thing to not trust a lot of people in this day and age, because you don't know whether they're a trickster or whether they are truly giving you knowledge. That's why you need to trust your own instinct. And that's why you need to know a lot of the symbolisms. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So, yes, why some people can see what's happening a lot more than other people can. A lot of people are afraid because a lot of times, like a lot of people are afraid to see more, or they don't want to see more, or when they do see something, uh, it's almost like, okay, well, that makes sense. So I did the video the other day, how to know if you're a god or a goddess. A lot of people were in their feelings about that. And it made a lot of weirdos upset for me to claim my own divinity. Now, that's something that's very strange to me. When people get that mad, that angry, that irritated when someone chooses to claim their own divinity. That makes me feel like they are those types of people that are there to take advantage. So when I see those types of people, when I see those types of comments, I know that those people are not there for the reason that they are supposed to be there. Okay. You said you trust no one, especially men. No one trusts men, y'all. No one trusts men. They may learn from them. They may learn from examples. They may see what they do and then it's like, okay, why are they doing that? But they may not trust them. Okay. So, and a lot of reason why women don't trust men is because a lot of them do try to take advantage. And I'm not talking about in the normal way that men try to take advantage. I'm talking about in a whole different type of way that men try to take advantage. And when that happens, a lot of things will backfire. Like I always said, you cannot fool certain types of energies. A lot of stuff will backfire. Okay, lots of examples are showing that, but a lot of it is not going to allow people to continue to do such things. You said they all want some. I know, like control each other, men. Why don't y'all control each other? I mean, I'm sure that would be more fun, right? If men just focus their energy on themselves and other men, physical men, just go and be gay like you want to. Okay, I think that's what the problem is. Like most guys are just gay and they don't know how to say it. All right. So yeah, they just need to go ahead and be gay and stop trying to take advantage of women, because a lot of people don't need that extra. Okay. And sometimes and there'll be these types. Okay, now let me tell y'all something. There'll be certain women who will know, but they won't say a thing to you. They'll be like, they'll know the type of guy, they'll know all this, but they will just sit there and let it happen. Like let you talk to a certain person or let you deal with a certain person without saying anything. Because they're part of a lot of the women are also taken advantage of, and they don't want to say nothing out of fear. You know what I'm saying? And so a lot of women are like that, or whatever. I don't even know. So yeah. So I'm like, what? Y'all, those types of women you got to watch out for. And you can always tell who they are by their names, by their mannerisms and all that kind of stuff. Like I can definitely see it. And when the jig is up, the jig is up. So that's why when the jig is up, it's up. Okay. Yes. When you see names of certain women, certain men, whatever names y'all are choosing in here, a lot of the times, like, this is why I'm glad that a lot of the YouTube has changed its format because of things that people name themselves. Okay. Yeah. And also different streaming techniques have also, the technology has also caught up with people that are doing certain things and allowing people to be able to better, do what they do. Let's just say that. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Now, there are some guys that you can learn from because they're going to tell you a lot of things that are being, done. And it's up to you to, learn and see what you see with your own eyes. Okay. All right. So they just want to see you stumble the way they did. Well, I don't feel like a lot of people should want to see you stumble unless I think a lot of people don't want to see people stumble unless that happened to them and no one wanted to point out things to them and watch them stumble. I think they're just following the tradition of whatever happened to them. But a lot of people don't need to do that because they feel like it's not something that is very helpful, especially if you have kids. Like a lot of men, before they have children, they take advantage of a lot of opportunities or people, and then when those men have children, everything changes. And sometimes those guys start to want to tell others, like, okay, you need to watch out for this type of person, you need to watch out for this type of person, or you need to watch out for that type of person. Okay. Because now they have children, now they have daughters, and now they know what could happen. You know what I'm saying? And so this is why they choose to help some women or at least give information to them. But at the same time, you still can't trust them either. Not 100%. Because, it's in your best interest not to trust most men at all. I was even watching that movie, The Conjuring, and there's a lot of like little hidden synchronicities and symbolisms in that movie to show even those, I don't know, I forgot their name, Lorraine and Ed Warren. They didn't like, he was always trying to rule over her, trying to always take charge, trying to act like he was all this. And even though she was the one that had like, the gifts, there was always like this battle between the masculine and the feminine in those series, and a lot of that stuff, those energies and those spirits and that battle would come out through, you know, um, hauntings or ghosts or all this kind of stuff or supernatural energies. This is just going around. And so when I watch those types of movies, I'm like, you know what? That dude, he don't like he's mad, he's jealous. He don't like her. He's trying to do A, B, C, and D. And you better watch him, you know. So she would always tell him when he started getting out of line, there's a reason why we were brought together. She would always tell him when he started getting a little out of line, there's a reason why we were brought together. She got to get him right back to where he's supposed to be, right? And I know that I watched the whole series, right? From all the Conjurings, all the Annabelles, all the everything. Okay, I watched them all. And the same thing keeps happening. They're always battling for power. And so the last one, the last Conjuring movie, she definitely had to put them in her place, in their place, because she found out on that last movie how men start taking advantage of women and how they want to rule over them and use them as sources of, connection and things like that. And so when women know this and they see it, sometimes how they handle it is how they handle it. They're not going to tell you, And so that's why I think a lot of people really need to realize it's not good to take advantage of certain types of women, because if they know and they see more than most women, if they're not dummies, then they will say something. Okay. You said that's been going on forever. Of course it has, but I'm talking about in a whole nother type of way. You know what I'm saying? Sprinkle, sprinkle. I'm talking about in a whole nother type of way. Okay. So let's just say, I don't know, I guess I can give you all an example. Let's see. No one wants revenge. You know what? Revenge is not something that people want. Okay. If certain people choose to do certain things without, I don't think revenge is definitely necessary. I think as a planet, because Earth is definitely feminine by nature, especially the ocean. I think as a planet and as an energy and as a frequency, the divine feminine nature can sense an awakening. And so as many women awaken on the planet Earth, the Earth awakens as well. The people awaken. And it definitely, when the people awaken, especially the women, that literally sends out a signal or an energy that only women can send out. Okay, this is why men want access to certain women. So no matter, even if the men are trying to get access or take advantage of the woman, there is a DNA that they cannot change that will still send off the message no matter what. And y'all know that DNA, that mitochondrial DNA, that mother DNA, you can't hack that. It's already done. Okay. It's over. So I suggest these guys stop messing with women, because if you're smart, you know. Mm-hmm. Sprinkle, sprinkle. If you want to start your very own YouTube channel of your own, I definitely feel if you want to do that, you should really make sure that's something that you want to get into. You know what I'm saying? Or want to do for yourself. Because it's not something that most people are very passionate about. So if you're not passionate about something, don't do nothing. Don't do anything with it. Okay? Just maybe start off on, your other social medias and see if you can do something there, and then do what you got to do on your channels. Okay. So there are ways to get lots of information. There are ways to know what you're doing. There are subtle things that you will know once you just experience certain things. And you will be able to see when men are trying to do certain things, and you can go and change it or correct it. Okay. Okay. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And men know this and they try to take advantage of it. I don't know why they feel like, here's my thing. And I'm not saying all men, I'm just saying certain types of men. I don't know why they don't just literally be honest about certain things. You know what I'm saying? Because if they're honest and the woman actually likes them, they may be okay with certain things, you know. But when if they feel like they're being taken advantage of, then when they, find out, they're less likely to want to, you know, deal with you anymore. You know what I'm saying? They're less likely to want to even speak with you, deal with you, or anything. And so that a lot of times makes people not responsive. Okay. So I think a lot of people should know. That's why when you are, especially if you're young, a lot of the young women get taken advantage of a lot. They don't really realize it. I mean, I probably was when I was young too and didn't even realize it. But when you wake up and you see it, then you have to make sure that you don't allow that. Okay. Um and there's nothing that you can really do to prevent guys from trying to take advantage of you, but you can let them know that you know. And there are other precautions that you can take in order to halt a lot of the things that they're doing. Um, and I think y'all are, practitioners of certain types of, you know, magic or symbolism or whatever. You know what to do. Okay. You know what to do. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Mm-hmm. So on this channel, I'm only speaking on this channel for this channel. The reason why I'm not on the other channel anymore is because I need a little bit of time to do something over here first and let those um, new subscribers over there calm down a little bit. Okay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Mm-hmm. Appreciate that. All right. Thanks. Appreciate it. Anyway. But let me tell you guys something. If you don't have good intentions for anyone that you talk to, comment with, don't do that over here anymore. I'm just letting you guys know. If there's no good intention in what you're going to ask, what you're going to say, do not put it in the comments anymore over here. And I'm just being, trying to be nice. I'm telling y'all right now. All right. Go find someone else who doesn't know any better and go on their channel. I'm very sure that they will have no idea. Okay. But I definitely feel like I won't know who they are. So therefore, there's nothing I can tell them. So You said Kanye song. Y'all still listen to Ye? Sprinkle, sprinkle. All right. You said I do. Yeah. You said you learn a lot from being. Yeah. You learn a lot from. I learned a lot from listening to what people say when they're asked questions. Like you just click and watch something, and it's like, oh yes, and things start clicking. It's like, oh yes, yes. So he's definitely one person that does know what he's speaking. And so when you listen to certain people, you're getting lots of information and knowledge on what may have happened to others. Okay. You said tricks and schemes. Yeah. Um, no tricks and schemes. So never you said love the game, learn the others' testimonies. Knowing that you attract everything I want in your life has changed your perspective on your daily schedule, knowing what you know, right? The thing that I like to do is, okay, so knowing that a lot of things are affected, I feel that if you don't want to affect a lot of people on a grand scale, then you need to tell the people that definitely are you're interacting with to not do anything to, create such things. You know what I mean? And I think that's fair. I think it's fair to tell people don't, like, if you're going to be in my comments, if you're going to speak to me, make sure it's not something that is going to make make the other person upset or mad or angry. Okay. And the reason why I'm saying this is because, like I said, sometimes if you have certain types of ability or whatever you want to call it, sometimes the subtleness or a comment or somebody being mad at you, like I said, it can definitely affect how things are in this reality. So I think it's a time to learn control, patience, letting people know, and allowing those who have done you some type of way to go on about their business and to never return. Okay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. And the reason why I say that is the reason why I feel like they should never return is because knowing that they know what they know, they shouldn't want you. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. Yeah. If a man falls prey to spell work, should you let him go? Would he do the same for you? That's I always ask the question, would they do the same for you? I even ask on my other channel, would a man do the same for a woman? Or that particular man, would they do the same for you? Sprinkle, sprinkle. Would you allow someone to be free if they were not going to let you free? Or from some type of spell work? Would you allow them to be free if they didn't want you to be free? Yeah, so there's the answer to that. If you know that they wouldn't do it for you, then there's no questions. Okay. This is why men should rethink how they think. They need to be like, okay, well, if women know certain things and they do certain things, if I were doing the same sort of thing, you know, how would I react? Would I be the, bigger person in the situation? So, yeah. You said give them the same energy. Yeah. Um, so when they start asking dumb questions, like what do you bring to the table? What's your body count? Da 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 da. Don't stop asking women their body count because they're gonna rack up some real bodies. Okay. Stop asking them. Because you're manifesting that into reality. Okay. You're manifesting, you're slaying the very words that y'all are choosing because y'all are ignorant lots of the time. That's why I say I don't even deal with men who ask them stupid, dumb questions because they're dumb, ignorant, stupid, and not any type of man that I would ever deal with. Okay. So when they ask you that, it is time to go away. It is time to literally just walk away and never return to that. And that man needs to walk away too. He needs to be gone and never return. Because you don't want to be added to the list. Okay. That's what I'm saying. Like, they should never ask women questions like that. That is inappropriate. Okay. At least say it in a different way and not as soon as you meet someone. That's absolutely ridiculous and dumb. It can get you messed up. Okay. You said our silence is just as powerful as our words. Yes, it is. And as people who, you know, speak and do what they do, you got to choose your words a little bit different. You got to make sure that they know what you're saying. I literally, you know, I literally feel that when women wake up all over the world, everywhere, when they realize what has been happening to them, and a large number, the frequency, of course, is going to change on the entire planet, not just with men and women. Because if they're not on the same frequency, then the Earth's frequency is literally going to be more feminine than it is going to be masculine. That's why you're going to see a lot less Y chromosomes being born because the Earth is vibrating on a feminine energy now because people and women are literally waking up. So as the Y chromosome disintegrates, lessens, becomes mutated, and more females are born daily on the planet. I do feel it's because of what has been happening for so long. And if you want to change that, then you got to make sure that you stop taking advantage of women in a certain way. Okay. Um, because after so long, it's going to be too late. And you're going to start to see Earth take care of a lot of problems. Okay. Do you think the return of Planet X has to do with the awakening of the XX chromosome? No, I feel like it's always been awakened, but it probably just um I don't even know about Planet X. Like, is it even real? Is it even real? Sometimes people make up things that aren't even what they seem. They're not even real, you know. So if you believe in a Planet X, then that's you could believe in that, but I really don't. Um, unless it's something that you are interested in. If you're interested in things like a lot of times when people start talking about different planets and stuff like that, I like to focus on the planet that I'm on, that I live, that is vibrating with me to do what I need, done. The earth itself is a goddess. The earth is a goddess. And so when people start talking trash about, oh, you can't claim to be a goddess or you can't, what, usually it's men that say that. Usually it's men because they know your true power as the divine feminine. They know your connection with the earth and they get scared. Because I was one, every time I start talking about being a goddess, all these weird things start happening because men are upset that they don't like it. If you want to expose certain types of men that are trying to spiritually take advantage of you, start talking about how you're a goddess. Okay? And how they're going to get upset and start arguing with you left and right as if you can't have your own opinion. You can't have your own way that you identify. They will get mad so quick. Big triggered, exactly. That's how you know who they are. They will get uncomfortable. They will start moving around, choking and coughing, all that kind of stuff. Continue to speak that you are a goddess because your frequency is resonating with the earth. Okay. And remember, you control the water as a woman. You control the ocean, water, the moon, the earth is a goddess. So when they start talking trash and they don't like what you're saying and they're about to talk some trash, the water in their throat start drying up. What? Say what? That. So keep claiming you're a goddess, ladies, and you will weed all of them out quick, fast, and in a hurry. I do feel that since Earth is a goddess, this is why a lot of men trying to go to other planets. It's hilarious because the planet that they're trying to go to will literally just tell you who they are. Okay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. No, I just, I would like to continue to speak on that I'm a goddess of the earth, of myself. If whoever, whatever you're interested in, ma'am, there are loopholes around it. If you're very knowing, okay? There are lots of loopholes around it. A click of a button, literally, can solve a lot of people's problems. And a lot of people have learned from me too on how to solve a lot of these problems. If they've been watching, this channel for the videos on it. Okay. You said, don't forget to specify which men are doing this because it ain't ours. I don't know who ours is, ma'am. Sprinkle, sprinkle. What I know is this. They can be whoever's men. It doesn't matter. If they're doing wrong, they're doing wrong. They're doing wrong. I don't care what men they are. If they're doing wrong, they're doing wrong. Okay. Like ours, I don't even know who you are, so I don't know who ours is. If they're doing wrong, they're doing wrong. And they will definitely, be noticed. You said, well, run with the wolves is actually, who would want to run with a wolf though? Sparkle. So, like I said, a lot of books aren't written. I don't know. I've never read that book, but I say a lot of books are not written in your favor sometimes. So you know how to see, then make sure it's written in your favor. Okay. So it's about the dark female archetype. Like I said, dark or light, Earth is a goddess and it is feminine. So darkness, light, depends on the sun. Earth is earth. Goddess is goddess. Okay. So a lot of people just see a lot more when their awareness is very heightened. Even like products that you purchase will have a lot of information on it so that you know what certain products are before you even use them. And a lot of products you can literally use in your work for protection, for turning a situation around, for doing whatever it is that you're trying to do. And a lot of times, you can do certain things without bothering anyone. And a lot of times when you do certain things, it bothers the people that are literally taking advantage. Okay. You said, how do you use your powers for good? Feel it's strongest when you are me. You use them for good because good for who? Good for the goddess? Because that is the frequency the earth is giving off right now. You'll have to realize that when earth starts giving off a frequency, it's a goddess frequency. And earth itself has an energy. And whatever, if you're connected to it, especially if you're, a woman, if you're connected to it, you're going to feel it. You're going to be like, okay, well. And then, whatever the earth, there's this movie like that. I forgot what it's called, but literally the earth started to do things to where people would just not make it because of certain things that it would produce, or plants or trees or the air or something. I don't know. I forgot the name of it. But it's when the earth starts making decisions through the goddess, through the women, through the goddesses on earth. No matter if men are taking advantage of them or not, it's in their DNA, it's in their frequency. And it's almost like it won't even matter. If, if the men are trying to take advantage of them, the woman will naturally just make certain things happen in a specific order from the mother goddess. Okay. And y'all know what I'm talking about, the mothership. So when the mothership gives orders and when the motherships give orders, the orders are just done, period. Okay. They can't change the orders. The DNA will override the system. Okay. Mm-hmm. Can y'all can answer each other's questions in the comments, because if I'm not answering them, it's because I don't want to. Okay. Just so y'all know. All right. So make sure you know your power as a woman and your connection as a woman, and your DNA cannot be overridden. And you have to claim that you're a goddess. Okay, that's what I'm saying. If you don't claim that you're a goddess, you're not going to be able to tap into that energy. You've got to claim it. If you don't, sorry. If you can't claim your own divinity and goddess status, you won't receive what you're supposed to. Mm-hmm. That's why a lot of people will never receive it, because they won't claim it. A lot of men know this too. That's why they don't like when women claim to be goddesses. That's why that they will, and when you claim to be a goddess, it's because that's the vibration that you are on. That is the frequency that you're on. Okay. That is the frequency literally that you're on. And so when you are on that frequency, you cannot allow anyone else to speak like that you're not on that frequency. Okay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Mm-hmm. So a lot of times, like when you are on this certain frequency, you are in a different, I don't even want to call it a time space, but there are many different energies that are now available to you to work with however you choose. Okay. And a lot of times they don't even really know. And a lot of times they do. So if you're not aware, I'm going to tell some of y'all, because I'm not sure. I guess all of y'all here are probably pretty much aware since you are here. But if you're aware, you're not going to see the same people or the same online people that you normally see. Okay. Because they're all going to be on a different time space. Okay. So when you start to notice that, okay, well, I don't see my day ones here. I don't see my, normal subscribers here. I see different names, new people, da 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 da. So you know that those types of people and energy are not the norm. You're very aware of these things. And when you see them, at first you try to ignore, then you try to not care. But there comes there comes a time when you have to let them know that you know. Okay. So just letting y'all know. You said, does being plant-based help raise your energy? I don't know. Does it? Does it? See, a lot of you guys are, well, I don't really need to really even get into that because y'all already know. Okay. So I guess I'm just speaking because like a lot of y'all don't really have questions. Y'all just already, a lot of y'all already know what's going on. But a lot of y'all know that when you're connected to the earth, when you claim that you're a goddess, which is, I don't even know why most of y'all haven't claimed that y'all are goddesses. Maybe y'all can't. I don't know. Some of y'all can, but some of y'all just can't. I don't know why. So maybe you don't have the right frequency. Maybe you don't have the right mental mindset. I don't even want to say mental. Maybe you don't have the right frequency. Maybe it's only for certain types of people. So he said maybe it's the earth is discriminative. I don't know. I mean, that would be the only reason I could think of why all women wouldn't claim that they were goddesses. Okay. He said some people are looking for dogma instead of thinking for themselves. Okay, well, so most people are on a journey. So this is what y'all are saying. Most people are on a journey that have to do with the experiences that they've experienced. And where they currently are right now is how they feel about themselves. So since I feel that I'm connected to the earth, I'm a goddess, I have all this, whatever. That's how I feel about myself. Perhaps you should feel that way about yourselves. Unless you're not supposed to. Unless somebody's paying you not to. I don't know. I'm literally just trying to figure why people wouldn't if they could. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Eating raw plants raises frequencies. Okay, sprinkle, sprinkle. Yes. So, sprinkle, sprinkle. A lot of times I say stuff and do certain things to allow people to reveal themselves in the comments and other places. And when I see who reveals themselves, I definitely know who's for what reason, who's for another reason. Sprinkle, sprinkle. So that's why I'm saying some can see more than others. When this video, is seen in years from now or whenever, and there are people that are experiencing something similar, hopefully they will take the frequency of claiming themselves connected and as a goddess so that they can have a good experience or a good reality and do a lot more. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You said you noticed that I'm talking slower and more deliberately tonight. Yes, I'm talking slower and more deliberately so that y'all can really know that I'm speaking for reasons and not just talking and trying to ignore, because I can do that too. Sometimes you don't care. Sometimes you just want to let people know. And so this is me letting y'all know. Sprinkle, sprinkle. All right. And there are lots of things that I would definitely love to share and teach to people. But a lot of the people that are in the chat don't want that, or they're very hostile about it, or they're very agitated by it. So not all of you guys, but like some of you guys. So maybe it's, it would not be helpful to them if a lot of you guys knew some of the information. This is why a lot of people have Patreon groups or private members only groups and things like that, because a lot of the people that are not wanting you to give knowledge on how to get around certain things, or how to prevent certain things, or how to create certain things, or how to manifest or create or vibrate certain frequencies, they will distract in the comments, and they will not allow you to really say things, or they will try to use it in a certain way that's not helpful. So this is why I don't really want to say a lot of the stuff on here, because you never know. But there are ways. Okay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. All right. Now, it's not just some type of gimmick to get you to go to the Patreon, because some of y'all will even join the Patreon to distract. So what I can tell you is magic, common sense, intuition, connection to earth, claiming you're a goddess. That combination, you're going to figure it out. You're going to know. Okay. But you need to claim goddess first. Number one. You don't, you got a problem. That is why certain people will, like, I have 2 channels. Okay. Maybe more than 2. But this particular channel has goddess in the title, right? In the channel. My other one doesn't. Some people will contact me on the other channel because it's not under the goddess status. You know what I'm saying? And then some people will not step foot on this channel for the same exact reason, because the goddess status. So that's new. That's clue number 1 for you guys. Okay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Oh, sorry, y'all. So clue number 1, goddess status. Clue number 2, learn how to halt certain things with magic. Okay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. So after you learn how to connect with certain types of energies, you can gather information to know what a lot of these people do, So you have to make sure that you are claiming your goddess status. And the more you say, I'm a goddess, I'm a goddess, I'm a goddess, I'm a goddess, you're going to see more anger arrive in the comments. Okay. So as a goddess of and connected to the earth, it has a lot of power. You know what I'm saying? You can also create a lot of things to happen. Okay. You said that's where the slave energy is coming from. What slave energy? Oh, the people that are bad, the people that are being disrespectful. Okay. Yes, you got to transmute. You got to use common sense. You got to get your money, or you got to get your point across. Okay. Mm-hmm. If you keep asking me the same question over and over and I don't answer, it's because I don't want to. So you know. Um, and I'm going to tell you why that I'm not going to answer all the questions that may seem innocent, because you don't need the answers. That's number one. Okay. They're not relevant. The answers are not relevant. Sprinkle, sprinkle. And the reason why I'm saying that they're not relevant is because you're able to think and have whatever you want to think. You don't need me to think for you. Okay? Sprinkle, sprinkle. I think for myself. And also, that's a problem sometimes for people that don't like you claiming that you're a goddess. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. All right. I know I'm right. So we're going, okay, if y'all really want to know, a lot of you guys, look, just watch the comments. Watch the comments. You'll see who's mad and who's not. Watch the names, watch the comments, and watch what they try to do. And then if you are new, you don't, and you're kind of waking up, you'll definitely be able to see when you start saying, I'm a goddess of the earth. I have connection. My DNA is highly aware of it. And you can make things happen. Okay. You know, you are asking, when lights start flickering around you, you just struck a nerve, baby. So you just struck a nerve. And you keep striking nerves because they will get mad at you even more and more. And like I said, they're going to try to start typing in caps. The comments are going to get faster. There's going to be certain names, and that's why I'm just clicking on them. So hopefully y'all are aware. Okay. It's kind of fun. It's like a game. You just keep pushing the buttons. Sparkle, sparkle. All right, everyone, y'all can stop commenting. At some point, I literally can turn off the comments or ask you not to comment. Or I can just say, am I really wasting time here because y'all already know and y'all are, aware of those sort of things? Or are there some people in here that really want to know how to claim their goddess status like I have? Sprinkle, sprinkle. Mm-hmm. Yeah. You said, so is it higher self mostly a slave right now? No. It's not really a slave. It's like a lot of people don't realize that there are loopholes. Alchemy allows loopholes. Magic, knowledge allows loopholes. Okay. If y'all were nice, I might tell y'all something, but some of y'all just responding too fast out of weirdness, So I don't feel like I'm even supposed to share the loopholes with you guys, but by how a lot of you guys are acting. So like you guys in the comments are literally letting me know not to share them with you guys at all by how y'all are acting. So I'm sure some of y'all can figure it out. If y'all are supposed to be priestesses and such, y'all should already know how to do it. Okay. All right. Um, I know the bad people are ruining it for you guys who really want to know. So maybe if they calm down and shut up and play dumb and not comment for a second, you know. hmm You said you wished I would go back to what? Private session? No, I can't do private sessions. Because the same thing would happen. Like literally, when you do like a private session, you'll get you'll get people like just talking nonsense. You know what I'm saying? And you know right then and there this person is not the type of person that even needs a consultation, a one-on-one or anything. They're just there out of the wrong reason. You know what I'm saying? So that's one of the reasons why I stopped also doing a lot of those types of things, because some people are just there for the wrong reason. And I know I would play along with it for a while. I'm like, you know what? This stupid chick is dumb. She can't be this dumb. I'm dumb sitting here even wasting my time. So I just click and hang up the phone. So a lot of times people really need to know that a lot of a lot of women, a lot of goddesses are very aware now, and they're not falling for the tricks anymore. Okay. hmm And when you're not falling for the tricks anymore, a lot of things will start revealing themselves. And I don't have to say a word. Okay. Okay. And imagine if it was more of an effort versus a coincidence. Imagine if someone's anger turned more into effort versus a coincidence. So that's all I'm saying. You said what? No, I didn't say any of that. You said the Bible is real. You are more real. You know what's real? Whatever you create. If you're connected to the frequency of the goddess Earth, that's what you create. You make real. That's what you make real. Serious. If you're a goddess and you are connected to the Earth, you are now part of her reality, and you create it. You can go further than the Earth. Okay. But for now, we're here. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Mm-hmm. Sprinkle, sprinkle. If the earth chooses to communicate with you through your DNA and through your frequency, then the earth chooses to communicate with you. If it doesn't, then I don't know. That's literally something that you would have to figure for yourself. So if you have the same synchronicities and you say, okay, that's happening to you too, that's happening to you too, then obviously you're connecting. If you can say, yes, this is happening to me as well, then your answer will be answered. Mm-hmm. 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 Okay. Yeah, when lights flicker, that means energies and frequencies are, you know, they, they're aware that you're aware. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Um, when you're aware, most women don't want to do bad things, don't want to hurt people, don't want to do any of those things. Like literally, they don't want to. But when like they are connected to the planet Earth and the frequencies of Earth as a whole, as a collective of, feminine energy, literally, you become very aware and able to do certain things. And it's not on purpose a lot of times. It's just what is, what wants to be done, what wants to be done, what is done. And a sad thing is, on the surface, a lot of these things that are happening look sad. But underneath the surface, sometimes it could be justified in sort of a way that you would never have thought. You know what I'm saying? So when you turn on your TV and you see certain things, sometimes it's supposed to be that way, and sometimes it's not, depending on if you can see and you know the symbolism and the signs of it being divine feminine or divine masculine, then you know. Okay. You said justice is on the woman's side right now? Mm-hmm. The Earth's frequency is definitely for the woman's favor at this time, for the divine feminine, I'll say, goddesses. So you can, if you're female, you had whatever you want. If you want to be on the same team, I don't know. You have to claim your divinity and your goddess status, and that definitely will raise your frequency and be able to get your connection as well. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Well, since y'all keep asking me about certain things that are happening, why don't y'all tell me what y'all think instead of asking me? Okay. Like, normal subscribers do. You know how normal subscribers misspell words and have typos and can't complete a sentence? Those type of subscribers, how they just tell you what they think. Can y'all pretend to be some of them so that you can say something and maybe I can definitely speak back to it? Sprinkle, sprinkle. All right. You know what I'm saying? Like, where are all I said this like months ago, like a couple of years ago, I said the same thing. Where are all, never mind, I'm not even gonna say it this time around. I'm just gonna laugh because it's funny. All right. I guess this is the room where everyone is a perfect typist and does not make typos nor misspell words. Wonderful. Wow. This is so cool. I've never thought I'd see the day where we would have perfect comments. It's like everyone took a grammar lesson, a punctuation lesson, and all that good stuff, and typing out full words, no abbreviations, no slang. Wow. Y'all are y'all are so different from my normal subscribers, but or maybe everyone here is just super proper. Proper. I'm just gonna pretend y'all are misspelling words and typing words and y'all have some weird names that only a mama could come up with. I'm just gonna pretend. Okay. I'm pretending that I see different sorts of names that are not even listed anywhere, and they literally had to be made up. I'm pretend I'm seeing some of those still. All right, you said we're in the black mirror. Y'all in the black mirror. Okay. Y'all are in the black mirror. So you said you're legit for reals. Y'all gotta start abbreviating. Look, I'm gonna help y'all out, bots. You gotta have some like creative names. You gotta misspell a lot of stuff. You have to talk in incomplete sentences. Y'all's IQ got to go down about 300 or 400 points. I'm joking. I'm joking. I'm joking. Y'all are fine. Y'all are fine. Don't worry. Okay. All right. Don't worry. Guess I'll see them soon one day. All right. So yeah, the definition and how they explain mirrors in certain occult books, I changed it. Yeah. I literally said, this is not in favor of the divine feminine. I definitely need to change this. This is not correct. This is not right. So I literally rewrote it. What the mirror actually is. Okay, sprinkle, sprinkle. Y'all have fun with that. No, you don't see right through me, baby. So, you said mirrors are not portals then? Not the type that y'all use. No. The real mirrors are the portals. There's a man-made mirror and there's an earth-made mirror. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Y'all gotta claim y'all goddesshood so y'all will know what a real mirror is. Hitting the clue. There you go. A natural mirror that the earth has made is a real mirror. A man-made mirror is a trick. Okay, know that. Because if you don't, you're not gonna get nowhere. Sprinkle, sprinkle. What goddess energies do I channel? The earth. Mm-hmm. So, go big or go home. That's what they say. Go big or go home. Go big or go home. Look, I claim the whole earth. Universe, multiverse, omniverse, all the verse, every verse. Okay, I claim it all. So, do the same. Ladies, real ladies that are connected, come on. And when I say real ladies, real women, real goddesses, I'm saying the ladies that know what a real mirror is. Okay. All right. Real mirrors, natural mirrors, natural earth made mirrors. Those are real mirrors. Earth mirrors. If it has to be created with your hands, it's not a natural mirror. If it needs the touch of your hand, it's not a natural mirror. Okay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. I have nothing against anybody. I'm here to let you guys know. Claim your Earth goddess status. Use natural mirrors instead of fake man-made mirrors. Okay. Do you need permission or validation to be what you want to be? Yes, from yourself. Who do you need it from? Literally. Who do you go and who do you write to and ask? Is there a certain group of people that you need to ask? Do you have the right and ask the president? Do you got a right to ask, whoever? Or do you just choose? So maybe a lot of you guys don't realize, or maybe you do. I'm not going to insult your intelligence. Maybe a lot of people just need to claim their status and see what happens. See, words are confusing. Words are meant to confuse. Words that were created by men are meant to confuse you. That's why, as the divine feminine, you need to know what you're talking and saying, how you're talking and saying. So a mirror, when someone says, oh, mirror, you think of a piece of glass that shows your reflection. That's not a mirror. Okay. The word mirror was created for that purpose. Before there was even a word mirror, there was something else. Okay. So, as a goddess of the earth, start thinking in that way. Okay. If you were the earth, what would these words mean to you? There's one way to decode a lot of when you read books, how to know if it's for or against the divine feminine, if it's against the earth, if it's against, if it's more man-made, if you see a lot of words that are trying to restructure the meaning of something, making it more in favor of the masculine versus the feminine, then you need to switch it around and rewrite it. Okay. All right. You said the story of Narcissus. Yes. Narcissus was a man, though. Okay. And water is also symbolic as well. So you got to go into earth, then you got to go into symbolism. So natural mirror, then the symbolism of a natural mirror. Okay. So if someone was so loved themselves as their own reflection so much, wouldn't they want to do something a little bit more? They want to take it to the next level. So this is why a lot of men start to try to take advantage of women. They want to see their themselves from a different perspective of a woman. That is narcissism. Yes. So you said reflect, go within. Yeah, none of that stuff is like, you can't reflect the earth though. You can't reflect the earth. Earth is feminine. Earth is the goddess. Can't reflect that. All right. So there you have it. That's what it is. You said like a modern slave or housewife. No, not like any of that at all. So if you live on a planet, I won't even call it a planet. If you came from Mother Earth, I'm just gonna say it like this. If you came from Mother Earth, sprinkle, sprinkle. If you came from Mother Earth, that's literally all you need to know. If you did not come from Mother Earth, where did you come from? You know, you said lost you at that one. We live inside Earth like a womb. Okay, so if you came from Mother Earth, okay, it's literally it. It's literally it. So I'm trying to say stuff so that it makes sense without saying too much. So basically, I guess the best way to explain it is, if you are part of Earth, the mothership, if you're part of the mothership, and you're also a mother, you have a connection to the mothership. It doesn't matter what shape Earth is, it's still a mother. And it can change shapes at any time. Mother Earth is a shapeshifter. All right, y'all didn't know that. Mother Earth is a shapeshifter. Men will try to tell you the earth is round, the earth is flat. Because if the earth is a shape, it can be contained. This is why they keep arguing over the shape. So they say pick a side. Neither side. The earth is a shape-shifting shape, and it shapes how it needs to shape what it needs to shape. Sprinkle, sprinkle. That's right. You gotta make sure you know. Mother Earth has oppressed. Mother Earth is a shape-shifting place that cannot be contained. And that's why when, like I said, when women start claiming their goddess nature and connection to the earth, people get upset. People get mad. They can't contain it. Yeah. Sit like water, like a lot of things. Okay. I'm giving little hints and clues. Those who know, or those who are gonna sit there and do some studying, they're gonna know too. Okay. So you said maybe the earth is whatever it wants to be. Okay. And a lot of people know this. A lot of people know this. They can't say nothing or they don't want to tell people that because it allows less victims. Okay. It allows less victims, less exploitation, less whatever, whatever. Okay. You want to put people, you know, in a category, but can't put yourself in the highest category. Something wrong with that. We have a lot of distractions. We have a lot of people that are rich. We have a lot of people that are famous. We have a lot of people that are smart. We got a lot of people that are attractive. We got a lot of people that are a lot of things. But at the same time, we also have a lot of people that claim their goddess status as well. And those women who claim their goddess status, they will be able to change so much more. Okay. So your connection is your power. Your frequency is your power. Your frequency is your power. Okay. Where does your frequency come from? Where does your frequency come from? There you go. You said the mothership can't save you, so your ass gonna get left. Oh. It's not even gonna get that. It's gonna get some worse. All right. You said God loves you. Did that in the Bible it say because God loved the world or the earth so much that he gave his only begotten son? So God loved the world so much that he gave his only begotten son? Begotten? What? No. God did not love the earth that much. Because if he did, he wouldn't left her out of the storyline. Sprinkle, sprinkle. All right. Mm-hmm. Nope. Not falling for the okie doke. Sprinkle, sprinkle. So you tell me somebody sat down and wrote a book and said they created the earth in 7 days. But then how come they don't have access to it? Sprinkle, sprinkle. If someone can't connect to their very own creation, side eye. If you can't connect to your very own creation, except by taking advantage of a woman or female, then you didn't create none of that. Because you don't have the same connection. Don't have it. Okay. This is why a lot of the scientists and people that are creating new ways to live harmoniously with Mother Earth are female. A lot of the technology that is being created to coexist in harmony instead of against the earth are all women. 90 something percent. Okay. So, and the peoples that were living in harmony with the earth always acknowledged the earth as a goddess, period. Y'all know this. And they all connected to the earth's energy because they knew that she was their mother. And they did not try to exploit it. And when she finds out that she's being exploited, don't let no gangster get help. Don't let no gangster get a hold to the connections, okay? Don't let the wrong one get a hold of the Mother Earth frequency. Okay, that's all I'm gonna say. That's why I don't see none of them names up in here. Okay, I don't see none of them names. I don't see the people that find out and take it to a whole nother. I don't see them names, ma'am. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. You said that's a suicidal human. No. Balance is, balance. Mm-hmm. So, when you can't fix or control the planet, you go seek other planets elsewhere that are inhospitable. And what happens is you try to use the same dumb thinking that allowed, you not to be trusted and not in harmony, to go try to do something somewhere else that's not going to work there either. You know what I'm saying? So it's going to be subtle, but you'll see a lot of people that know, they know. I have seen so many people try to take you mentally somewhere in order to try to control you. I have seen so many people try to lie to you and tell you all these stupid stories that are literally codes to try to brainwash you. And I'm just sitting there waiting, like, okay, code. All right, that's what. But okay, oh my gosh, he said what? They said what? Okay. Trick. Okay. Okay. Illusion. Fronting. Don't have this. Don't got that. Hilarious. And once you gather all of it, and you just like, it's nice to know. And I know a lot of other people know too. But the one thing that does give some people protection is the law. But only the material law on the material plane, but not the other law. Okay? Not that other law. That other law, you can't get around that one. And that's not the law of karma either. Because I know I tell y'all, I don't believe in karma. I don't believe in karma because I don't. You can't believe in something if you are a goddess. Sprinkle, sprinkle. So therefore, if you wouldn't ask God what they believe in, don't ask the goddess what she believes in. You said don't mess with the devil. A man probably created that, sir, to try to scare other people and to scare women. It's not working anymore. All right. You have to know thyself. No, claim your goddess status, ladies. I'm trying to help y'all. You don't, y'all gonna do it when y'all have to. Y'all gonna do it when you figure when you know you got to. All right. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Mm-hmm. You said Hermetic principles. Number one, all is mental. No, all is not mental. That is Hermetic, but there's something bigger than that. You said the law of mentalism. There's something bigger than that too. Okay. Mm-hmm. The reason why alchemy and hermetics were created, part of the reason was to find loopholes to connect with the earth through the divine feminine. Okay. Because the divine feminine never needed alchemy in the first place. She was already connected. Period. So, alchemy was created for men to be able to get the connection. Now, if they were honest and told the woman, what they were trying to attempt, and the woman was like, okay, well, I help you because, I want, because, I want you to be able to experience the same things, But a lot of people don't allow the woman to know so that they can take advantage of their, you know, take advantage of them in a certain way. So, like I said, a lot of guys will tell you, you know what? I'm into alchemy. I know y'all women is powerful. Blah 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 blah. Whatever you need, I got. Okay, I want to connect to you. I want to connect to the earth. Blah 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 blah. Okay. Oh, okay, sir. Okay. But a lot of when they don't have no money, they can't tell you. That's one of the things because they're afraid that we will ask for something, and some of them will give you something, but they won't tell you what they're doing. So it's still exploitation in a way. You know what I'm saying? If they can't tell you straight up, it's still exploitation. If they tell you and you say, okay, great, whatever, it's an agreement. But if they don't, it's still exploitation. Okay. So a lot of the reason why they won't tell you is because they don't have the money to pay you, or they don't want to pay you, or they just want to take advantage of you, or they want to do all, whatever. So that's why on my other channel, they mad because I'm telling women to get their money. They can pay. Da, 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 da. But whatever. That's why they're really upset with that channel. Okay. You should even have a conversation or speak to a man unless he's giving you something. Like, that's how I literally feel at this point. You shouldn't even look in their direction, speak to them unless they handed you a big old stack of cash or something. Doing something extremely nice or giving you some types of whatever that you ask for. Not something they think you should have. It's something that you actually want. Because if they don't, then ignore. Don't answer the phone. Don't text. Delete all messages. Don't do none of that stuff. Okay? Because you know why? They don't deserve. Especially if they're not honest. Mm-hmm. And a lot of people actually, like, it's fine if the person doesn't know and they're young and they're two young people, right? Like, say y'all are, just some young, don't know what y'all are doing, not into any of this stuff, whatever. Okay. But when you know and you don't say anything, that's literally being taken advantage of and not being 100% honest. And when that happens, I don't have any harsh feelings to anyone, because the reason that you shouldn't have harsh feelings to people that tried or maybe took advantage of you at a state when you weren't trying to be aware, because you gotta choose to be aware. And when you're not choosing to be aware because people are distracting you from having your awareness, you have to say, okay, well, why am I not as aware when it comes to certain people? So I'm trying to help you out right here. When you're normally aware of a lot of things, ask yourself, why am I less aware when it comes to certain people? Is it because they have this, or because they look like that, or because A, B, C, and D? You need to slow down and become fully aware when you interact with each type of person, so you know exactly what they are, and when you know that, they will scatter if you figure them out quick. They'll just be gone next day. Boop. So, and then a lot of them, let me tell y'all another secret. A lot of them depend on you to get upset and angry and say stuff so that they can say, oh my gosh, you're trying to ruin me. You're trying to do A, B, C, and E. But nope. No one needs to ruin anyone. If you claim your goddess status and you have a connection with planet, you don't have to do nothing. Period. All you got to do is say whatever you feel like saying, do whatever you feel like doing, and enjoy the rest of your life. And whatever happens, happens. You know what I'm saying? And men that are trying to access Earth through other women, it's shut down. It's not going to work anymore. Okay. Because we know the names. We know the types of names to be aware of. And all those sort of things, okay? All right. You said everything is easy. Why don't you go? Yeah. That's why you have to claim that you are a goddess over everything, and all connection via other goddesses or women are cut off that men are trying to use. They're all cut off. Like literally cut. Done. And the reason why they're so easy to cut off, there's a lot of loopholes that you can cut them off with, if you know. Cut them off, ladies. Even if you don't think that you're being manipulated or affected, but just do it just in case, ma'am. Cut them off just in case. Y'all know how to cut them off, baby. If you know how. If not, I'm not talking about no separation either. I'm talking about literally don't allow them to do certain things. Okay. Say less. Exactly. So, you know, cut them off there. And here. And here. And here. All right. The reason why I'm saying that, and be very careful, ladies, because a lot of times when people offer you gifts and things of that sort, or free items or things like that, sometimes they are not also in your best interest. But you want to see, this is why I allow people to do certain things, because you want to see exactly what is trying to be done. Right? Because you want more awareness. So you allow things to unfold slowly in order to see what's happening. Okay? Sprinkle, sprinkle. And when you see what's happening, you're more aware, and you can, I don't know if you can help others, because a lot of times they're not as aware as you are. But you can kind of say, you know what? I don't think that's a good thing. I don't think you should do that, because it looks a little suspicious to me. No. Okay. So, know thyself. Know thyself. And if you know yourself and you know who you are, no problems. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay, so there are like a lot of people that know that if you know, you know. And if you claim the multiverse and everything above it, the omniverse, there's nothing anyone can really do for you. And plus, if you're a shapeshifter, you know, a mothership, there's nothing you can really do. Okay. Nothing. So, that's why I like how YouTube changed its format. You said nothing is free as life? Exactly. Like, I'm looking at stuff, I'm like, you know what? If someone is literally trying to, if they're trying a little bit too hard, sorry, no. The answer is no. And you can see that from certain people, that they're trying way too hard. Okay. And so you just gotta see what their motives are. And there you go. You see a Trojan horse. Yeah. Yeah, I have a couple of examples of that, and I literally, was made aware that these certain things were not, there's a lot of them. There were certain things that I was unable to use or promote or do any of on my other channel, because they were gifts to manipulate, gifts to do certain things. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, what am I supposed to do with them? Um, hmm. Some gifts given to you, given to spy on you, they record and video you. Yeah, we know that. And a lot of times when they give you those gifts and you use them and you're very aware of what they're doing, a lot of times you're like, you know what? I'm just going to allow it because they can do that with a phone now. You don't even need to give gifts that record the phone. Okay. That's old school. Sprinkle, sprinkle. That's why you don't answer the phone if it's a person you don't know. That's why you delete comments of people that you don't know. If you're not talking to them, then you're not talking to them. You know. So a lot of people don't realize if you are not the type of person that interacts with a lot of people, you're not going to be the type of person that interacts with a lot of people. Okay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You said you'd be accepting all gifts? Yeah, I take them. I take a lot of them, and then some of them I don't. But the way that a lot of things are set up, it's all going to be in my favor anyway. So it doesn't even matter. Um, Sarah. Hmm. So if you know, then you know. If you have, especially if you have kids, you really have to be super aware of the people you speak to, the people that you know, talk to, especially online, because a lot of times they will be very inappropriate in the comments with you. Just it's very weird, but at the same time, it allows you to be more aware at the same time so that you know the difference. So, I just give like a lot of the stuff I give away to other people as gifts, or you know, I regift them to other people, you know, because a lot of the stuff when you receive some of it, it's like you know what it's for, then you're like, okay, well, I'm not going to be able to do that. So these are going to be somebody's Christmas gift. Um, Sprinkle, sprinkle. These are going to be somebody's, you know, birthday gift that I don't know. So a lot of times they ended up just being sitting somewhere or getting regifted because I don't really accept certain things that are not to the best interest of me. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Hmm. And I don't answer certain questions because, like, if I continuously see the same type of questions, it's like literally like, okay, well, that's something to like really see that people are consistently asking. So therefore, it's not a good question to answer. You know what I'm saying? So if you consistently ask the same types of questions in the same types of way, they're not going to get answered. Sprinkle, sprinkle. My skincare routine is the same one that Earth uses. Sprinkle, sprinkle. All right. Earth, Omniverse, same skincare routine. All right. Um, If y'all gonna ask me the same questions over and over, like I'm gonna give y'all some answer. Like I'm gonna literally go into the products and all that kind of stuff and what I do and if I do like I'm an idiot, like it doesn't matter what works for you. Use it. If it don't, then don't use it. All right. I use the skincare of me claiming that I'm a goddess that can connect with Earth, universe, multiverse, and omniverse, whichever one that is. Sprinkle, sprinkle. So that's why don't ask the same questions that people keep asking over and over and over, because it's not going to get answered unless I answer it in a silly way or a funny way or a way that you don't want to hear. Okay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Uh-huh. You said, what do you mean by if you're not the type of person who interacts with a lot of people, you won't be? I'm saying, for example, do you answer every phone call that comes through on your phone? Do you answer every text message that comes through? Do you answer every email that you get? Do you answer every DM or whatever? Do you answer them? Do you even read them? Because if you're not the type of person that responds and talks to other people, you're not even going to waste your time with any of that. You're just going to be like, delete, delete, delete. You know what I'm saying? Because if you're the type of person that is not normally that social, then you shouldn't normally become that social based on the amount of people that are trying to be social with you. You should just, nope, sorry. Okay. The reason why, and I know a lot of people are, I know a lot of people are like, why? Because I create videos, people watch them, and that's literally all. I have a couple of businesses that I run, and that's literally all. I'm not the type of person to continue to repeat patterns that aren't good. So therefore, the patterns that were not good for me is interacting with so many different people online. Okay. Those patterns were not good for me personally. So I stopped interacting with certain people. All right. Yeah. And it's nothing personal against anyone. Like I hope everyone has, whatever they need and live a happy life or whatever. So I don't have anything against anybody. I just can't interact with everybody. Because some people are, not who you think they are, especially online. You know what I'm saying? Some people are not what they present themselves to be. So therefore, you shouldn't be so available. Okay. That's all I'm going to say. Sprinkle, sprinkle. People who are under the influence of alcohol and weed. Okay. Yeah. I don't know. I don't really talk to a lot of people, so. He said it's just too much drama. I don't even get into the drama, so I wouldn't know. You know what? You said the story of narcissists who fell in love with himself while looking in the water. A lot of times people, they're like, okay, well, Then they changed the water to the mirror. And then they changed the mirror to the black mirror. And then they changed the black mirror to a horror story. And then they flip everything around, and then they make everything super complicated when it's super simple. What was the first thing that narcissists fell in love with? Wasn't the mirror? Wasn't the water? What was it? So then, then people say, well, how is the universe born? The Big Bang. They give this whole story of loneliness and all this kind of stuff. Big Bang. Okay. Man-made stories. Man-made stories. Okay. They're longing to know the connection. Prometheus. They're longing to know their connection. Okay. They're longing to know their connection. So sometimes you don't need to know your connection. Sometimes you just need to say, you know what? Just be happy to be who you are. Because when you start looking too deep in them waters, you start going too deep into the waters, you know that spirit, if it don't like your vibration, no matter what, it's not going to like you. The energies from the earth, the energies from the spirits, it's not going to like you if you're not vibrating on a certain frequency. Because if you're not vibrating on a certain frequency, it's not going to be helpful to try to go to certain depths. Okay. You can't. If you are not able to vibrate on a certain frequency, if you have mistreated women, and you go and try to get into the very element that a woman is divinely, genetically, frequency, DNA connected to, you can't. You can't do that. Without, especially a lot of women are waking up. They're not going to allow you to continue. Mm-hmm. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Mm-hmm. I'm about to go. I don't know. We'll never know, ma'am. We'll never know why anything happens. We'll never know. We'll never know why people want to go deep and look and pay a lot of money to look at ships that have sank. We'll never know, you know. um, but what we will know is that when you are connected to your goddess status, then you are definitely connected to the goddess of earth, and so on and so forth. Okay. All right, y'all. About to get out of this, what you calling it? Black Mirror reality. You said, how do you connect just to yourself and just love yourself the most? You have to claim that you're a goddess. Okay. The very thing they don't like, you have to start doing it in mass quantities. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You have to claim that you are goddess and you're connected to earth, universe, multiverse, omniverse, and whatever's beyond that. Okay. You got to claim it all. And see your claim and their claim, yours is more powerful. Okay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. I'll see y'all later.